Y'all get ready?
Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
So Stephen A. Smith has been catching a lot of flack lately because he caught himself going in on Jasmine Crockett, basically saying that, you know, she's doing too much. He doesn't like the way that she talks about Trump. And so it caused a lot of controversy. Willie D, Roland Martin, D.L. Hughley, they all went in on Stephen A. Smith. And a lot of people were dragging him on TikTok. And so the other day, he was, I don't know if he's trying to get into politics. A lot of people saying that he should run for something. He was talking about the shutdown. He was trying to be the voice of reason. But let's go back to the controversy that he was under 3 days ago. So we're going to start with that, and then we'll go to his latest videos that's going viral. Okay. So in this video, he's responding to the blowback that he got from going in on Jasmine Crockett.
Last week, because I had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, to say this about Representative Crockett when talking about the state of our politics in the midst of a government shutdown, by the way, that has unfolded since October 1st. Take a listen to what I had to say last week, please. You Jasmine Crockett or somebody like that. Ladies, I respect. Intelligent women, no doubt. But how a Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying, that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating. It really can be. And all the verbiage and all the nonsense that I've heard over the last few days is why it can get exhausting. Because nothing frustrates me more than when people have the truth at their disposal and they choose, maybe not lie, maybe not even embellish, but allow their emotions to usurp facts and all of a sudden want to use that as an excuse to label me as being something and doing something I'm neither not nor have I done, which in this case is disrespecting Representative Crockett out of Texas, who, by the way, has had an invite to this show for weeks, by the way. Governors Josh Shapiro and Spencer Cox came on this show. Senator Lindsey Graham came on this show. Joe Manchin, now retired, came on this show. Bill O'Reilly.
So that's why you're in your feelings, because she's not coming on your show. The problem with Stephen A. Smith is he's a grifter. First, he's a grifter. He's doing all this political grifting for whatever side. He just goes whichever way the wind blows. If the Democrats were winning right now, he'd be Team Kamala. He's trying to be a part of the so-called winning team. So he got drugged. I'm talking about by all the black commentators, D.L. Hughley. He was drugged up and down. So that's why he's trying to, defend himself now. So now he's going viral again. I think this is the video here. Okay. So in this video, he's talking about basically the shutdown. And so we're going to go ahead and listen to this. He's going to state, you know, how he feels about the shutdown and how it's affecting people. Let me start from here.
Let me say this. I don't think Washington understands how ticked off we truly are. Think about the conversation that we're having right now. You brought up the single-payer system, emulating Canada. You know, we're looking at a president that just gave $20 billion to Argentina. We're hearing about or witnessing what I consider to be a retribution tour. And even though to some degree I don't blame him because of how people went after him, still it appears to be counterproductive. We're listening to this kind of stuff while a young man walked up to the microphone and said that he had to leave here to go and work on DoorDash to help pay for his daughter's tuition. Meanwhile, everybody up here getting paid. But he ain't. This is this kind of stuff right here. That's how you know, and I'm not accusing any of you directly or personally of feeling this way. I'm just talking about the apparatus that is Washington, the nation's capital. This is why you have so many Americans, excuse my language, so pissed off at Washington, because somehow, some way, you get to have these conversations, engage in specific elements of it to talk about what we need to do to get things better. Our debt is $37.8 trillion. Somehow, some way, the taxpayer's been paying this, been throwing money, because we all look at our check, and it's been going to the government. And somehow, some way, you're supposed to be doing something constructive and productive enough to make sure that we don't have that kind of deficit. It isn't happening. A government shutdown is going on right now. A man has to work on DoorDash when he's really an air traffic controller that we applauded. And we're up here talking about how much some money is going to cost. And the only person that don't have a check coming is him. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a break.
He's such a drama. Shut the hell up. He's such a drama queen. My issue with this, right? Let me come back on the screen. So, you know, he goes viral for walking off on the stage. And dummy, you're not saying anything different than what Jasmine Crockett and everybody else has been saying. See, now he's trying to act like he's speaking for the common man because of all the backlash he got for going at Jasmine Crockett. This is all the stuff that she has been saying. All the things that regular people have been saying about the shutdown. So you're not saying any, you know, great message, wrong messenger. He only did this to basically get people off his back to be like, oh, Stephen A. Smith said some real deep stuff and he's right. But you're knocking a woman who's actually there in Congress, fighting for people, you know, being the voice of people who are being affected by the shutdown. It's like, I'm just over the dramatics. He really does. He needs to go back to just doing sports commentary or something, because his dramatics are just such bullshit. You're being dramatic. You're leaving the stage. I swore he was going to say, well, let me go ahead and take care of that brother right now. Let me go ahead and cut that brother a check. I'm getting off the stage. I'm out. Oh, I thought you was going to go on your pocketbook since you're getting all this money. Again, it's getting ugly. It really is. And I don't see this shutdown ending anytime soon. You know, everybody's hoping by at least November it'll be over. But I can see them going even further. And it's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening this weekend with this whole No Kings protest that's about to go on around the country. Because that might be a catalyst for them to make this go on even longer, to punish people. And I don't know, you know, everybody's saying like, you know, how much longer can TSA and air traffic control and people in the military continue without their check? I don't think it's about how much longer. I think they can't. A lot of people have been living paycheck to paycheck. So for them to know that they're not going to get another check and they don't know when, the fact that people are having to choose between being an air traffic control person and a DoorDasher is insane. And it's sad. And those are the things that people like Jasmine Crockett and others are fighting for, that Stephen A. Smith was so loud and disrespectful about just a few days ago. So to me, he's a clown. Yeah, somebody said, and he got, hold on. Neek says, and he had the nerve to call Jasmine Crockett extra. Exactly. But you're getting up on stage and running off the stage like Maury said, you are the father. Like, where are you going? You're in the middle of a situation here, okay? And you're running off the stage like come on. The stuff this man does for attention is ridiculous.
You want the latest news in the streets? Join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovelyti TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovelyti TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.